The transfer window is shut. Everybody knows exactly how it stands now. We have seen 3 games already this season. Now is the time to do your predictions. These are the predictions that are binding. They will never change. Helping me go through this is the wonderful Ade Oladipo. Ade, give this the due diligence that it deserves. We've done a prediction video already, but what we haven't done in that prediction video is have some knowledge. We have information now. Okay, right, let's do it. Who have you got finishing 20th?
Burnley.
Still
Burnley.
You haven't seen anything.
I have, but I've also seen them concede goals. I think they've conceded like 6 goals. I remember the thing about them in the Championship was
that they didn't
concede goals in the Champ. Like that was going to be my thing for them. Like, okay, they obviously going to play a bit different, but they weren't going to concede goals. If he conceded,
because
6
they lost Trafford, they lost their centre half. Didn't they?
He conceded 6. He conceded 3 to United. I know one was a penalty, one was an OG, but if you're conceding 6 and you've not really played the big boys yet. You're conceding a lot of goals.
So you think it's still going to be Burnley?
I still think Burnley go down. I still think they go bottom. Look, I don't think it's like last season where the teams barely scraped any points. I think it'll be tight, but I think Burnley get relegated and they're the bottom team.
Right.
Sorry, Scott Parker. I like you, Scott. I'm sorry. Who have you got?
I've got Brentford to go down bottom. I think they're all over the place. They've lost to Sunderland.
Yeah, shocker.
They've lost to Sunderland.
Yeah.
Like, that is curtains as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
It's a 6-pointer.
You're right. And look, they've got
third week of the season.
They've got a new manager who doesn't know the Premier League, doesn't know how to manage. But they've got a lot of Premier League experience in that team.
They do.
A lot of Premier League experience. And look, I know they've lost Vissa. And they've lost Mitoma.
That's a lot. They've lost Norgard, their captain. They've lost their manager, Thomas Frank. They've lost a lot. They've lost a lot. They haven't replaced it with a lot. And I just think that what I've seen of them this year, I've been so unimpressed. Even when they've pulled it out the bag a touch, I've still been so unimpressed.
It's a big arse losing those 4. When you say it like that,
and then bringing it, you lose your 2 top goal scorers, which is worth combined 60 goals for what they bring to the table. You then lose your club captain, which is another. He had a good scoring season. And you then lose Thomas Frank, and you replace it all with Keith Andrews.
Yeah, and you lose your top goal scorer or second top goal scorer in Vissa on the final day of the window.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? You can't even have time to replace
And just think from what you've seen of them this year, every fixture they've played, they've looked fairly unconvincing.
Yeah,
don't quite know what they're trying to do. So no, I think they finish bottom.
Okay,
they're done.
All right, 19th.
West Ham United.
Oh, same.
No way.
Yeah, West Ham 19th.
I thought I was going to have to convince you. About
No. I'm not convinced.
Not many people think they go.
I'm not convinced by the fact that they won 3-0. I'm not convinced by that. I think West Ham are bang average.
Not many people think they go, though.
Yeah, because they look at Jarrod Bowen and Paquetá and think there's enough there.
There's enough.
Yeah, and I get that. And Paquetá staying when he was heavily linked with Villa was a big thing.
Yeah.
But Graham Potter's useless.
Potter, I just don't get it.
There was a video of him getting a haircut the other day.
Why?
I couldn't believe it.
Why?
Oh, man, this is what shocks me. You know them. You get those kids that sort of cut famous people's hair.
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you doing? Allowing this to be filmed?"
I remember Eden Hazard. Somebody tried to put a Tottenham kit on him.
But players.
It's a funny one with John Terry when he just wet his. Have you seen John Terry when he just sprayed him for ages?
But a manager doing it.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Like what?
Yeah,
no chance. No.
So West Ham United, I've got them to go down as things stand. Where I think they may not go down is they have some good players. And if they were to make a managerial change, they have enough.
That's it, basically.
But as things stand, I've got West Ham United in 19.
You know what scares me about them? Just like them winning 3-0 the other day, he might do that all season and just survive. Remember Ten Hag was like, he's going to go, and then he won. I think they won at Goodison Park.
They do enough just to keep their job.
All the time, which I don't think will be good for West Ham.
No.
I think he'll lose 3, and then they've got to win this one. He somehow wins it. But I think West Ham will go as well.
Yeah. So West Ham 19th. Who have you got in 18th?
Sunderland.
Think they go?
I think Sunderland go. I'm not fooled by this early season sort of start that everyone's having. It's early. I think when the games come thick and fast and they're trying to balance FA Cup, are they still in the League Cup, Sunderland? Do they win their game? I just feel like it might be a bit too much. They've made some good signings, but it's still a young squad and I think it's the most inexperienced squad in the league. And they've tried to bridge that gap by getting a few players in.
I think...
You see what you're doing. You're doing big club thing here.
I think Sunderland do well. But I am impressed with the strategy. I am impressed with the players that they've brought in. I am impressed with the manager. I'm impressed. Like, they've made good signings.
Yeah.
You know, Xhaka, Adingra, they're good signings, and I think that they're good enough to keep them in the league.
I wonder about Xhaka. You know, I think it's a good signing. I always wonder when a player leaves the league and tries to come back and the pace just kept up with them.
It didn't though, did it? That opening day of the season.
No, of course, everyone's going to fly. Yeah. Everyone. I'm not talking now. I'm talking January.
Right.
I'm talking January when you got to play 2-3 games a week, and the squad's not deep enough, and the legs start to go, and they just lack experience.
Possibly. I'm fairly confident about Sunderland. I've got Wolverhampton Wanderers to go in 18th. So if you've got Wolves to survive, that feels quite bold considering what we've seen so far. Like from what we've seen, if you'd said that to me before a ball was kicked, it would make sense. Yeah. But from what we've seen, they haven't got a point 3 games in.
They haven't got a point. They'll get points. This is Wolves' last season.
Have you seen enough in them to suggest that they will get points? Because I don't know.
You know what it is?
What you've seen.
It's not enough in them. It's by default, look at me and the other 3. So it's not necessary. You're right. It's a good point. But it's not what Wolves don't have. It's what the others, I think, maybe lack. And I'm going lacking in Burnley in terms of conceding goals. West Ham, Potter, Sunderland, experience.
Yeah. No, I see the logic. I see the rationale. The rationale's good. And my rationale is wild because do you know what I've done? I've got every promoted team
to stay out,
surviving.
It just can't happen.
It defies logic.
I think it defies history. I think it might defy Premier League history.
It might.
All 3 stay out.
All 3 survive.
Yeah, so you're obviously wrong.
I truly believe. I truly believe that it's a very particular season, and I've seen enough in all 3 promoted sides. I've seen enough in Leeds. I thought their 0-0 draw with Newcastle was excellent.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I've seen enough in Leeds. I've seen enough in Sunderland, and Burnley's tricky. But I believe that Burnley will do it by the skin of their teeth.
Run at Bournemouth. That scares me. The reason he got sacked and the reason Andoni came in the club, like when we got beat like 9s and stuff. I just feel like he hasn't proven to me that he's a good Premier League manager yet.
Just for the record, it's happened 4 times in Premier League history. So 4 times in over 30 years that all 3 promoted teams have survived. So it's not quite as bad as you thought.
And by the way, it's not. And they're big. Don't get me wrong. Look, these are big, all Premier League proven, experienced teams. But Sunderland are going back to back to back. And you're thinking they're going to stop.
See, Sunderland and Leeds, I don't feel too difficult really making the case. I've got Burnley to finish 17th.
Sunderland were League 1 2 years ago.
I know. But they really have invested well.
Yeah,
they've got a good manager. Yeah. They've got incredible wealth behind them. Like, you know, the family. It's that Dreyfus family. You know, those French billionaires who actually, the girl out of Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, is related to. Like, they've got money. So I feel like Sunderland are going to do it. I've got Burnley surviving by the skin of their teeth in 17th. Who have you got in 17th?
Brentford, skin of their teeth. Brentford. Yeah. And look, trust me, you've convinced me why I feel like I might want to change it, but I've got them now.
Okay.
But what you just said there scared me.
Yeah.
Norgard, captain, Mbeumo, Wissa, Frank, and then Keith Andrews.
If you did that to any team, if you took the 2 leading goal scorers and the captain out of any team,
if
we
we
took
take
the 2 leading
Salah
scorers out of Liverpool,
and
they
then
don't win
Van
the league,
Dijk,
do they?
and then Van Dijk goes, and then Slot goes.
No, you don't win the league.
Don't win. We don't make top 4.
Yeah. If you take the 2 top goal scorers and the captain out of any team in the world, that team struggles. Yeah. So I'm surprised that you've got Brentford to survive, but it's very possible. Yeah. In 16th, I've got Leeds United.
I've got Wolves. That's where I've got Wolves.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got Wolves in 16th?
I've got Wolves in 16th.
Who did you have 17th? Brentford.
Okay.
So you've got.
So what have you got? What have you got? 17th, 16th again?
17th, I've got Burnley.
Yep.
16th, Leeds.
Okay, fair.
And then above them, I've got Sunderland in 15th.
Okay, I've got Leeds in 15th.
Okay, so it's all fairly similar.
Yeah, I think we've got the same teams, just mixed around there.
A big shift for me from what we saw in our previous video.
Yeah. I think I had Leeds gone.
Yeah.
I think I had the 3 that came up gone. So I've at least decided to keep one of them in the league and I've kept the biggest.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I've got Fulham in 14th, which is a massive shift from where I was.
Big drop as well.
Big drop.
I know they struggled early.
They just haven't spent. They just haven't done anything. They haven't done enough.
Marcus Silva, good manager though.
Brilliant manager.
Good manager.
Oh, brilliant manager. When I'm saying 14th, I'm kind of saying that with a tinge of compliment.
Oh wow. So if it wasn't Marcus Silva, you're talking a relegation fight.
They didn't buy anyone like significant.
But you don't need to sometimes.
No,
I think we're obsessed with if you keep players. I think we're obsessed with you've got to buy. He's probably thinking, I will work with the squad again.
They need to improve. They do need to improve, and they've got. Do you know what was a little bit of an eye opener for me? They played very well against Manchester United. They could have won, and they were the better team and deserving of the victory. But in the end, they were lucky to not lose.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bit of a worry, and I think it's to do with the experience of the squad. You know, relying on players like I think Iwobi's a very good Premier League player. Yeah. I think Smith Rowe's a very good Premier League player, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm saying they finished 14th in the league, nowhere near the relegation zone.
Yeah, I've got them a tad bit high. I'll tell you when we get there.
Okay. Who have you got 14th?
Everton.
Okay, you got them low. They're a shift. They're a shift. Yeah. You know, we've said that this is the prediction.
I think I had them lower.
I had them way lower.
I think I had them lower.
I had them down
14.
here.
I think I had them maybe 16th or 17th.
Yeah, I had them down here when we did our video.
Yeah.
Now I've got them way higher.
Yeah.
Way because of everything I've learned from them this year.
I don't know. I know they've had one game. Is it 1 or 2 games they've had at their new stadium? But I still feel like that's going to take getting used to. Grealish has obviously elevated them, but I just still feel like
you've got them too low. I'm convinced you've got them too low.
Where have you got them?
I've got them higher,
much
higher.
Whoa!
I've changed. So probably the biggest change in my tables from the one that we did pre kick-off of the Premier League season to now is probably Everton in terms of the elevation.
We've seen this before, mate. We've seen this kind of early season bounce and then teams really drop off. My thing with Everton is not enough goals in that team.
That's true.
There's not enough goals in that team.
There's not enough. Wait, there is.
No, there isn't.
There's a lot of goals. There's just not a goal scorer.
No. There's not enough goals.
No, but
you're thinking players can get 10. I don't think that. I
don't think necessarily 10s, but I think between up to 10.
Yeah.
Like I think Jack Grealish could hit 10.
Don't think he
I think Jack Grealish
I think
could
he'll
hit
get his
10.
assist. I think he'll get his assist numbers. I don't think he'll get his goals.
Okay, a lot of what I've done here is reliant on Grealish, not only finding his form, but finding his goal-scoring form, and almost taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
Okay, fair.
Being that guy.
They don't have a number 9. They got that new kid in that looks just a bit gangly, doesn't he? I don't think.
In 13th, I've got Bournemouth. Yeah?
13th, I've got Bournemouth as well,
Fine,
which is a bit of a drop for me because
it's a good season.
I thought Bournemouth could, for Bournemouth, small club. I thought they could be top 10. But losing Kirkes, they lost their centre back as well, and it's gone to Real Madrid. Keeping Semenyo's massive.
Mate, and do you know
How's he still there?
Do you know when it comes to it with regard to Bournemouth and their aspirations, it's all about that manager. That manager is the absolute boy. You know, some clubs, it's about the manager more than anything. I'd say Liverpool, I'd extend that courtesy to Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'd extend that courtesy undoubtedly to Fulham. I'd extend that courtesy to these boys.
They're so lucky.
It's about the manager.
Mate, they're so lucky they had a drop-off.
Iraola.
He was going to Spurs. I was adamant he was going to.
And he still will. He's still not Tottenham.
He still will go to a bigger club.
Mate, he'll go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, like that. Just like that.
Go to Real Madrid.
Just like the way Huijsen, isn't it? Dino Huijsen's gone. Yeah, just like that. He could go as well.
What happened? He lost. So I've got them quite low here. I've got them at 13th, which is a huge compliment. Out of their back 5 last year, they sold players to Liverpool, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain,
Chelsea,
and Arsenal.
Chelsea didn't. Oh, so Arsenal. Kepa.
Arsenal. Kepa Arrizabalaga. So Kepa went to Arsenal,
wow.
and the rest all went to the European champions, the champions of England, and then the biggest club in
the world club. Biggest club what?
Can you believe it?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, biggest club in the world in terms of house and
I thought you meant Chelsea world club.
No, they're just so good, and it's all because of the manager. So I've got them in 13th. Who have you got 13th? Bournemouth as well.
Yeah.
12th, I've got Forest. Drop off.
Big drop off.
I've got Forest.
Where did they finish last season? 6 in the end. 6.
They should have finished higher.
So you've literally, that's a big drop. I've got United 12th. So I've actually given United. I've given United 3 places. I think they've improved 3 places.
Yeah, I've given them 1 above that. Yeah, I've got United in 11th, which is crazy.
United will 100% finish between 9th and 15th.
I had United prior to the ball being kicked. I had United, I think, 6th.
That's high. Why?
I felt like they'd made good signings. I felt like the Amorim system was going to work.
Is this the one that me and you did, or you did another one after prediction?
I think around the same time.
Okay.
I think around the same time. I feel like I always thought Manchester United had hit their rock bottom. 15th and losing to Tottenham in a European final was the when they say you've got to hit rock bottom before you bounce up.
Mate, there's another rock bottom coming.
There's
another rock bottom.
And because if they finish 11th this year, do you see the logic for what I'm about to say? It's going to sound crazy, but let me deliver
I'll let you land,
right?
I'll let you land.
If they finish 11th this year, off the back of finishing 15th last year, it's worse. I know 15th is lower than 11th, but the reason it's worse is because it's again. It's again being in the bottom half.
You know what my concern is? I was listening to the Gary Neville podcast, and he said the hardest position for United is the goalkeeper.
He said it's the hardest. I heard it. He said it's the hardest position in world football.
Yes.
He said the hardest position to play in world football is a Manchester United goalie.
And who's this kid they've just signed?
From Royal Antwerp.
Dude, good luck.
But do you not think that Onana's still their number 1?
No.
This kid can't be the number 1.
No, he's clearly not. I mean, already in the season, he's been dropped twice, hasn't he?
Who do you think's their number one then? This new guy?
New kid. You don't make a deadline day signing of a goalkeeper.
Doesn't that just reek of panic buy?
This is it. That's why I've got them this low.
I mean, I've got them in 11th.
Okay, in 11th.
It's actually fascinating, Manchester United, though. So I've got them 11th, you've got them 12th.
Yeah.
Both of us, we can't just gloss over this. We've both independently put Manchester United finishing in the bottom half again. Like, what on earth is going on?
So many issues.
And they've spent, they've got a forward line of 250 million quid or whatever it is.
Yeah, who scored 1 goal all season. One of them's gone off injured, and Seshko. Mate, the other day, they were losing, and he brought Xerxes on, and Seshko's on the bench.
Do you know where it looked desperate to me?
You know how bad that is?
I know.
You know how bad that is? Liverpool are losing, and Isak's on the bench. Who do you think's coming on?
I know. There was a moment where they were losing to Arsenal, and the two players that came on was that Aidan Heaven and Harry Maguire. They're coming on to rescue a game at home against Arsenal when you're losing.
He hasn't got a clue.
It's crazy.
He just talks good. He talks
because
very
that's
good.
kind of my tactic. If I was a manager and you're losing, you go,
bring on
Harry,
the biggest.
Harry, go and head it.
Yeah.
Go and win some headers and
it's
hope for the
like
best.
what Newcastle do with Joe Linton, and Arsenal do it with Gabriel a lot now.
It's last throw of the dice,
it's
not
last
tactics.
ditch. It's almost like all the stuff on the board when he gets a little chalk is done. So close the book and let's
Harry. Yeah,
win
it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I've got United 11. You've got United 12.
Yeah.
Who's your 11?
Crystal Palace.
That's
Crystal Palace. I think that's where they always finish.
It's a good season.
That's where literally last 10 years it's literally 11th, 12th, 13th.
That would be a good season for Palace, I think.
Considering they've and I guess this is very dependent on whether or not they can keep Gahey for the whole season.
Yeah.
I mean, if Gahey goes in January, they're captain.
Do you know they're another club though where I would say, the conversation that we were having before, where I was like, it doesn't really matter about the personnel as long as the governor stays. Glasner's the boy.
Glasner won't stay.
They have to.
Glasner in those press conferences. I've never seen a manager so like, if this player goes, we'll see type attitude.
No, but they have to. Keep the manager.
Yeah, Steve Parish and the new owners have to do
because I think Oliver
Glasner
Glasner is like totally good enough to go and manage Manchester United
easily,
isn't it?
Mate, he was heavily linked. Obviously, Leverkusen have just sacked Erik ten Hag.
Yeah,
they were offering him quickly come in.
Do you know what doesn't make sense? How is it that Crystal Palace have a better manager than Manchester United? In fact, it's not only them, is it? No. Bournemouth have a better manager than Manchester United.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Tottenham have a better manager than Manchester United.
But we said it, don't we? We said it about players. Like, when he's like when I saw Semenyo like rip past our midfielders, like, how's he not playing for us?
Yeah.
How's he just done that? Do you know what I mean? So it's just the way it is with the... Who did you have at 11th?
11 I've got Manchester United. 10 I've got Brighton.
Oh, okay.
10 I've got Brighton. And then 9th I've got Palace.
Okay, so
we're
kind of there. 10 I've got Fulham, and 9th I've got Forest. Where did you have Forest again?
I got Forest low. I got them 12th.
Okay,
everything I've seen low from last year though. Yeah. Like they were 6th last year.
They were
everything I've seen from Forest this year,
it's scaring me.
Not having it.
It's scaring me. And what's going on with the owner and Nuno's scaring me as well.
Yeah,
scaring me.
Yeah,
but I still feel like keeping Morgan
Gibbs
like
a pressure cooker.
Keeping Chris Wood. I feel like there's enough there in that squad.
I'm not sure. I mean, there's enough there to stay in the league. Or whatever.
Look,
and they made good signings as well.
They have.
They made good signings. But I just think that it's a volatile club, and I've got them potentially finishing. Well, I've got them finishing 12th.
Okay.
I've got Palace in 9th, which I think would be a great season for them. And this is quite low, I think.
Go on.
I've got Villa in 8th.
Okay, I've got Brighton in 8th, Villa 7th.
That's high. You've got Brighton high.
Yeah.
I think they'll do it all again.
I genuinely believe 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th.
8th might be Europe. 8th could be Europe. So you think Brighton get Europe?
I just think it's going to be separated by like 5 points. Them lot. I think it's going to be that close.
Yeah, there's not much between them. I agree.
It's as you say, it's a Rizzler paper.
8th puts you in the conversation now. This is when European football starts, which is why I've gone Villa. I think Villa get there.
I think Brighton looked really good against City.
Yeah, I did.
I think they looked really good, and I like the mix of young players. Remember, Brighton bring on these players I've never heard of in my life, and then they get sold for 150 million. Never heard of them. But I like the Milner experience in there as well.
Yeah.
I think Mitoma, remember for years, we kept on saying there's certain players that could play for any club. I look at Mitoma and I think he could play for any club. He could literally have any shirt on. And
Mitoma, I'm not even joking.
Go on.
Mitoma has scored against Chelsea one of the greatest goals that has ever been. I'm not even taking the mick.
Technically, he's beautiful.
If Dennis Bergkamp, Dennis Bergkamp against Nikos Stavridas.
I remember the goal. Yeah, I remember the goal we scored against you.
Pulls out of the air.
Mate, I think he is
Takes
sensational.
2 players out of the game with a cutback and then bends it into the far corner with pace and accuracy.
He's fantastic.
It reminded me so much of a Dennis Bergkamp goal. Dennis Bergkamp at Filbert Street scored a hat-trick. And they were all beautiful.
Is that the one where he does the knee slide and goes away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Ian Wright that said it to him?
One of them was right. Yeah, one of them was right. One of them, I think, was Seaman, and one of them came maybe from someone like, oh, God, who was it? Someone in midfield. Anders Limpos, someone like that, right? Yeah. But the way that Bergkamp took the ball down for each goal, it's like the goal that he scored against Argentina in France, in Saint Etienne. When I think the ball pings it, Bergkamp brings it down, cuts in, scores. Mitoma's goal against Chelsea.
He's got that in him.
It's literally one of the greatest Premier League goals that has ever been scored, and no one ever talks about it.
He did something against City the other day where it even bamboozled the commentator, because the commentator thought he had a mistouch, and he didn't. He just tried to touch it forward a little bit and then smack it. And I was like, I kept him rewinding. I was like, he done that on purpose. He didn't mistouch it. He done it to kind of make the keeper go early.
Yeah.
Mate,
he's a clever player.
He's so
brilliant
good.
player.
That's why I feel like they might have
enough.
A mixture of enough. I even like the way Danny Welbeck runs around for them.
I've got Brighton in 10th.
I say I've got
which is high.
Yeah.
You've got them in Europe, which I think is now.
I've got them having their best season.
Yeah.
Like this is
I've got them having their standard season.
This is the highest they're gonna go. Yeah.
Okay, so in 8th I've got Villa. Unai Emery will get them in Europe again, which is a bit uninspiring for them. They will be a little bit underwhelmed by that, considering that they were one kick away from the Champions League last year.
Yeah.
But I've got them finishing 8th. We could discuss the kind of season they'll have. Like, I think that they will, for example, do very well in Europe.
I think they'll be all right.
I think they'll do really well in Europe. I think they could win silverware.
They could win it.
They haven't won silverware since 93.
They could win it.
So I think they could win silverware, but I've got them 8th in the league.
I've got them 7th.
Okay, who have you got in 8th?
Brighton.
Oh, Brighton's 8th. Right. This is going to shock you. 7.
No.
It's a grand old team to play for. It's a grand old team to support.
Dude,
your history, it's enough. I think it's going to happen.
Dude, I've never... There's, like we should do something on this channel about players that you love that never played for your team. I'm convinced Jack Grealish... This is all Jack Grealish.
Yeah, I've got loads of them.
This is all Jack Grealish. This is nothing to do with Moisey.
I've got so many players like that. Paul Merson, Ian Wright. Ian Wright up front.
I'm telling you. But you and Grealish...
It's a great video.
It's a great video.
Players you love who never played for your team. What a video.
Grealish. You think about him and you.
Grealish I love.
It's the short shorts, because you wear short shorts.
I just love Grealish. I just love him. But I do also think he's I think he's a phenomenal player. I really do. I think he's one of the most...
You've got them going then, because when we did this video... What, July?
Well, mate, I had them below.
You probably had them
15th or something.
15th,
yeah.
And you've got them 7th.
Yeah. Everton 7th. Europe.
That's wild.
Nah.
What?
Dibbling, Dewsbury Hall.
If he does that, he'll win the Player of the Year.
England
and manage it,
and go with England.
Yeah. So basically, this is them literally maximising everything.
Well, no, it all needs to fall into place.
Yeah.
It needs to fall into place. Grealish needs to have the season of his life.
Brentford
Moyes needs to get it right. Pickford needs to have the season of his life. It needs to fall into place. Then in January they probably need to buy a centre forward, right? In January,
wild.
In January they need to be 7th, and the ownership need to go. We're a striker away from something quite good here.
I just need to know what they're going to be like in terms of a force at what's it called again? The stadium.
It's called
something, isn't it? Saying why
Hill, Dixon Hill.
I need to know what that's going to be like, because Goodison Park, I don't care who you are, you're going to struggle going there.
Yeah,
I just don't know about this new stadium. I remember when Arsenal moved to the Emirates and they struggled.
They're happy with it though. What I think's interesting is generally when fans move, fans who go are unhappy. These Evertonians like it, and it feels like I saw a great picture. Somebody took a picture of his seat at the new ground, and he put up a picture next to it of his seat at the old ground, and he's got the identical seat. It's just, I feel like
we'll see.
I feel like they're going to have a good season.
We'll see. That's way too high. Okay. I've got Villa 7th.
You got Villa 7th.
I've got Villa, which is more.
It's still Villa fans
more real.
Villa fans won't be over the moon with that.
They should do with their transfer window.
Well, you thought it was a bad window?
I thought it was a bad window. I mean,
how can anyone? Do you know what? Do you know the one that blew my mind? Oh my god! You know, if we did worst signings of the window, how does anyone sign Victor Lindelof?
I couldn't believe that.
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And then, in a totally different way, terrible for a different way, how does anyone sign Jadon Sancho?
You know, I was crazy,
terrible signing.
And it's almost, and not an Emery signing.
Terrible
Weird.
signing.
You know what hurt me for them? Douglas Luiz, arguably their best player a couple of years ago, leaves to go Italy and then comes back and goes Forest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm them, I'm like,
yeah.
How's that happen? How have we lost Douglas Luiz like that? Do you know what I mean? Because the PSR, good player. No, not for me. They'll be happy. Ollie Watkins is falling off a little bit. Obviously, they weren't able to kind of get the Rashford deal done. Just couldn't afford him. I don't know what's going on with them. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure, but I think a 7th will be great.
That'd be good.
Had a nice little run in Europe, 7th.
Who have you got? This is where it gets very serious now. Who you got 6th? Which
Newcastle.
is basically who just missed out on Champions League football.
Newcastle.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, Newcastle.
I've got Newcastle in 6th.
Newcastle.
Which I think's high.
Mate, I think St James's Park has always become the hardest place to go. It is brutal up there. And if they can keep that midfield, naughtiest midfield since Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Since the Vinnie Jones
days.
You need
Laurie Sanchez and John Fashion in.
Mate. And Dennis Wise when he was there. Mate, I'm telling you, Joe Linton and Bruno and Tonali, horrible to get past. Like, it's the only time.
Vissel will score goals. They've got a new fella from the German league.
Gordon will do well for them. Back four, Dan Burn seems to be able to control it quite well. I'm not quite sure about the goalkeeping situation.
Do you see what Anthony Gordon did? What do you think of this?
Go on.
You know the ill feeling around Alexander Isak?
Shouldn't have done that, should he?
I don't know.
Shouldn't have done that.
Like, what he should definitely do,
you know what he should
is
have done?
send his mate a text.
Everyone knows he's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, and he wanted to go there last year.
He wanted to go there, so it doesn't look good. As a Liverpool fan, everyone knows you're that.
In a way, like, I don't think any Geordie, any season ticket holder at Newcastle, any Newcastle fan would ever say, everybody knows that they're mates in real life. So text him. But putting it on social media.
You're making a statement. Yeah. You're saying something doing that. Like, he doesn't need a public backing. He's a big boy.
Nah.
Yeah, and you know the outcry. And not only that, you're banned for 3 games.
Yeah.
Or the 2 or 3. Like, you're not in a good space right now, Gordon.
Yeah. Just keep quiet.
But I love Eddie Howe.
I love Eddie Howe.
I think Visser's going to do well for them.
Be fine.
He's going to be the main guy. And let's not forget, they've got Elanga as well. They've got Gordon. They've got a lot of pace. They've got a lot. They'll be all right.
They'll be fine.
They'll be all right. So I'm going them 6.
Okay, Champions League spots. Who make it?
Yeah.
Go on.
5th, Spurs.
That's what I've got.
I don't know if I'm going mad.
I thought I was going really wild here.
I think we are. No, I think we both are.
We're either as dumb as each other, or we're both really smart.
I think we've been around each other for too long.
Probably the
former. Yeah. I think we're both a bit silly. Like, how they've gone from 16th? 16th or 17th last season?
Do you know what? It's a simple philosophy. This is my...
17th.
17th. They finished 17th, but they did win.
They jump in 12 places? What's wrong with us?
I'll tell you how. I think football can be very simple sometimes. You appoint a serious manager, you become a serious football club. They've appointed a serious manager, they're now a serious football club. I really believe it's
not 12 places to jump. And look, you know,
Frank is worthy of 12 places.
Can they handle...
And a good window.
Can they handle Champions League football? As well as the balance. Remember, it's more games.
Yeah.
It's more games.
They can. Also, Champions League football's inspiring as well. Like, it will make them happier. They'll be beating teams. They'll be beating, I don't know, Lazio.
Can Van der Ven stay fit? Can Romero stay fit? 2 players who couldn't stay fit.
They had a really good window. People are snide about their window because of what happened with Eze and Morgan Gibbs-White to a degree.
Oh,
but their window was actually really good. Like, Palhinha is a brilliant signing. Absolutely brilliant signing, right? Exactly what they need. Then that Xavi Simons, exciting, young, unpredictable.
Overrated. Overrated.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But what they've signed is somebody who is, if lives up to the hype, it's going to be great for them. Overall, I think, and then do you know what?
I still need to see the forward line really do something.
Keeping hold of Romero was massive.
Yeah. He was all gone, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was all gone.
Keeping hold of Romero. Yeah. No, and look, ultimately, I'm putting Tottenham in 5th, but effectively, 80% of my rationale is Frank.
No, it's not. 80% of your rationale is Postecoglou.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying...
They were good enough last year, potentially. Yeah.
So it's Postecoglou, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're both wild, but I've gone as well.
Okay, who have you got?
4th is going to be so interesting. Who have you got?
Man City.
I've got City as well.
And I nearly had City lower, but I thought I can't... Do you know why I didn't put them lower? Not because I don't believe they can finish lower, but because I thought, I can't put Tottenham above City. That's mad. That was the problem.
Basically, the hangover from last season is still there.
They're the same
It's still there. It's the same team.
9 out of 11 games they lost.
Yeah, it's the same team.
Mate.
Honestly.
They're all over the place.
It's funny because against Brighton...
When we come back, I think Man United beat them. And I think Man United are dreadful, by the way.
Where's it? Old Trafford or Etihad?
It is at the Etihad.
There's no way on this earth that's happening. There's no way. I know Ten Hag was able to do it a few times.
Amarin,
did Amarin do it?
Do you remember
Dallo? Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah.
I think Man United get at least a point.
Okay. City are just all over the place.
They're all over the place, but they've still finished 4th.
Yeah, that's about to say that. They're all over the place, but they've still got the best manager in the league by some distance. I still think he is that.
He's not.
Who's better than him?
Arne Slot's.
No, he's not.
He's not. Hang on. He's 100% better than him now.
He's not.
He's not a better. He hasn't got a better legacy. See, this is where it goes crazy. Is Mourinho better than Slot? No, he's not.
No, the gap's massive though in terms of.
Mourinho's not better than Slot. I agree with you at the moment, but Mourinho's legacy.
Guardiola hasn't dropped off that much.
He doesn't have to have dropped off that much for Arne Slot to be a better manager than him today. I'm not saying it's a better legacy. I'm not saying he's a better manager in the history. I'm not saying that his legacy will go down. I'm saying that as of today, whose philosophy, who's more astute, who's getting it right, who's more in tune with their players?
Do you think his time... See, like Mourinho, where it got to a stage where it just ends and the tactics are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you think... Because sometimes you listen to Slot and it's like, my God, like he's just saying things like, well, this is incredible. And I just wonder if maybe that's it with Pep then. Maybe like your ideas just won't work anymore. Everyone's caught up with you.
I don't necessarily believe that. But what I do think happens to football and football managers is that it's such an intense game and you have to constantly reimagine yourself. You have to constantly redefine yourself. You have to constantly come up with these brand new ideologies and philosophies to inspire, innovate, create. And ultimately it's unsustainable.
And I think that's why Klopp said enough.
But it happens to
everybody.
That's
why Klopp was like, I've been doing it for so many... And he just like... And I feel like Pep's missed the perfect time to walk away.
There's a reason that Noel Gallagher is touring the world now, singing the songs and with his brother singing the songs that were written 30 years ago, because he cannot inspire and innovate and create the way that he could. I think that Pep Guardiola is a true icon. I like him. I really do. If I met Pep Guardiola, I would be so starstruck. I think he's like a dazzling character.
Yeah. But
I also believe that his best years are behind him.
Yeah, and I look at that midfield as well, which is always the engine room, and unfortunately it's run out of petrol.
But also
like
think
Bernardo's gone,
think about how long
gone.
he's been doing it. And think about how many people he's seen off. So he was at his best, arguably. He was at his best when Roberto Di Matteo was Chelsea manager.
Yeah. Dude, he was at his best when a lot of these top managers now were players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At some point, it catches up with you. And saying that it could have happened now doesn't make it disrespectful or even obscure. Arne Slot today is a better manager than Guardiola today. No, he's nowhere near.
It's a good argument.
He's nowhere near his legacy. Of course he's not. Arne Slot's not in the rankings for the best Premier League managers ever.
Because Pep was arguably at his best. You could make an argument and say he's top 3 ever. You know what I mean? That argument. I don't know if he's dropped off to the point where Slot's even there yet. I'm not sure.
There isn't a Liverpool fan in the world that would want Guardiola as manager now.
But that's also, though, because of who he is and the battles with City. I don't think they'd want him anyway. Do you know what I mean?
But if you're picking the best manager, say you were just like creating a game where you had to pick the best manager today, I don't believe that it's Mourinho. I don't believe that it's Guardiola. I think
people
legacy,
would say Enrique or Guardiola.
I think Slot's name gets mentioned.
Don't think it does.
But Slot is a genius. Look at what he does in game. 3 different formations in the same game.
It's incredible, actually, that, isn't it?
Mate,
what he done with Gravenberch and Gakpo alone.
Coached his way out of a problem.
Yeah.
He completely coached his way out of a
we
problem.
can't get Zubimendi. Okay, 1 second, Gravenberch. I'm going to need you to sit right there and do this.
They make one signing, Chiesa, 13 million quid, and they haven't got a midfielder. They get turned down by Lavia, they get turned down by Caicedo, and Slot goes, don't worry about it, let me finish my cigar and let me redefine Ryan Gravenberch. Man City start losing games. They lose a few games in a row, and in that January they go, give him 200 million quid, quick, Pep. Hang on a minute, still got really good players. Why doesn't he coach his way out of the situation?
I need to see Slot this season before I put him above Pep.
Slot's going to run away with the league.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I hate when you do that.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, forget the league then, because you don't want to hear that. Just Slot versus Guardiola. The dish runs away with a spoon, man. He's run up with Slot. Slot will finish 15 points ahead of Guardiola.
Very interesting to see what happens when we play them. And that tactical battle. Okay, yeah. That's going to be interesting to see.
I agree. I've got City in 4th, you have as well. Yeah. Annoyingly, I've got Chelsea in 3rd.
Why annoyingly?
Because I feel like we could have gone higher. I feel like if we had a better window. What I'm saying here is...
What do you mean better window? You had a great window.
No, we had a terrible window.
You think João Pedro and Delap, that's a good mate.
Very good players there. Very good players. But do you know why I would say it's a bad window? And it isn't really about the players that came in. It's about the areas of the team that weren't addressed.
Oh, goalkeeper.
If you look at the Chelsea team last year, if you look at the Chelsea team that won silverware in New York City, you go, right, how do we make that team champions? And you know how you do it? You go, easy. What we do is we go and we buy Mark Gahey, we go and we buy Donnarumma, and if we were going to sell Noni Madueke, so you get the 50 million quid from Noni Madueke, if you want to win the league, the player that you go and sign, Eberechi Eze. If you don't want to win the league and you want to make money, you sell Madueke and you buy Gittins. You're not trying to win the league. Yeah. You sell Madueke and you buy Eze, you're winning the league.
So I still feel with the outfield players you've got, like I look at Neto, Pedro, Cole Palmer, and I think Delap, although he's injured, I still think that's a really good front 4-5. It's your goalkeeper.
No, you're not.
You've tried to get my man. You've literally. He was
argued
there.
over £5 million. And do you know the other thing where it's a real shame, but this is also a major issue. Levi Colwill got injured, which is a disaster. I feel so sorry for him. But on the scale of getting injured in the Kai Havertz way, there's a good time and a bad time. A bad time is today. A good time is a week ago, 2 weeks ago, because it gives you time. Levi Colwill got injured. Wesley Fofana is perennially injured,
and you still didn't get a big centre back in.
And no, we're happy with Tosin Adarabioyo.
That's crazy, that.
And Trevor Chalobah. Now look, I like both.
Do you think
to a degree?
Do you think Gay would have come back?
I think we should have put it to the
because
test.
how you've not gone in for Gay when he was there for 35 million?
If we wanted to sign Donnarumma and Gahey, we could have got them both for 50 million quid.
Weird, that, isn't it?
Well, it's not weird because it's not what they want to do. They're not trying to build a best football team. If they were,
oh, stop it! You don't sign Caicedo, Lavia, João Pedro.
No.
I mean, you've got Enzo Fernandez. How much you spent on that midfield?
I'm completely right. You're not trying to build the best football team. The best. If you're trying to sign the very best, you sign players that are ready to create the best football team now. So Liverpool looked at their team. They realised that Andy Robertson needed a bit of help. They went and they signed the best proven left back in the league. Chelsea have a major issue in goal, major issue at centre half, and we go and sign Garnacho.
Are you still 10 years ago? Chelsea get anyone they want. They're that attractive for me.
Yeah, well, I think we still have an element of that.
Do you still have that?
An element of it.
You still have that? Okay.
I think we have
because I'm thinking about
these things evolve. Yeah. They don't stay the same. They don't
I
stay the
feel
same.
like you're getting potential, but I wonder if you're getting. Are you now getting best in class anymore?
No, we're not trying to. Though. Yeah. We're trying to sign players who we can turn for a profit, which is why we can only finish third. Okay. There's no point in doing second. You might as well do who wins the league.
Very quickly though, before we do wrap, how close to second and first are you points? Do you think at the end of the season?
Second and third finished fairly tight. Second, third, fourth, all quite tight.
Okay.
First finishes 15 points above everyone. That's fact. Do you want a serious fact?
Go on.
The champions this year will accrue 100 points. They're Centurions. And do you know what, Ade? Do you know what? You're laughing, but it sounds quite bold. Can I tell you why it's not bold? Antonio Conte's team that won the league wasn't a particularly good team, was it? Marcus Alonso, Victor Moses. It's not a good team. That team, 93 points. Do you see why I'm saying that? I believe this Liverpool team can accrue only 8 more points than Victor Moses' Chelsea team. It's not a lot. That's why I'm saying Centurions.
You know what it is? I know how difficult it is to retain a title. Like, very difficult. How many managers have done it? How many teams have done it?
Liverpool haven't done it since the mid-80s. There you go. Early 80s.
There you go. Pressure's on. And as you said, like, Liverpool have been a team over the years that we're like, we love those battles when we're not favourites. When we're coming up against Chelsea, Champions League,
the underdog thing, the Jamie Carragher point.
Exactly. Yeah. We love those kind of games. We're not that anymore. We're now expected to win everything. Yeah. Literally, Liverpool expected to go to the final of the Champions League.
I don't think you're expected to win everything. I think that you are.
Oh no! If anyone knocks us out of anything, we failed. If anyone knocks us out,
I actually believe not named, the two domestic
Paris Saint-Germain or Real Madrid knock us out, we failed.
No, I think that you, depending on circumstances, but speaking broadly, you're right. If you don't win the Champions League, there will be an inquest as to why you didn't win it, who knocked you out, what were the circumstances.
Agreed.
But I actually think because of that, I don't think that you will take the FA Cup and the League Cup that seriously. I think that if Arne Slot, and obviously we know the answer to this, but if Arne Slot is sharp, and let's face it, he's a razor, he will realise that Liverpool's season won't be defined by what happens in the League Cup. It won't be defined by what happens in the FA Cup. It will be defined by not only winning the league, but how many points and what happens in Bucharest. Yeah. Budapest.
I think this Liverpool side now, I look at the midfield and it's a team that I do worry about McAllister's injury record, by the way. I don't think people speak about that enough. McAllister seems to play 4 games.
There's cover though, isn't there?
There is cover because now obviously with Szoboszlai, with Wirtz,
Endo's there if you need him. Curtis Jones, a very good player in my opinion.
We saw that turn on Zubamendi to get the free kick. So there's cover now, and there's loads of goals going forward now. I mean, Salah, Isak, Ekitike.
No, you've got it.
It's frightening.
What if we're correct, and everything that you're saying is frightening and whatever? What does this mean for Arsenal? Arsenal finished second.
It means Arteta's got to go.
Do you think?
How many seasons? What are we doing here now?
That would.
If a new manager comes in, and it's ibs and buts, and wins it back to back. A manager that spent what you've spent. I mean, everyone talks about Liverpool spent, Arsenal spent. They spent well. He's backed them. They've been backed, haven't they? if you don't win the big one and a new manager's come into this league and just gone bang, especially when everyone said when Klopp goes, it's going to fall over, you've got a bit of an issue there. You wanted your number 9, you've got your number 9.
Because also, Arteta would have kind of got rid of the one challenger in in Guardiola.
Yeah.
And then ended up still not winning it. There's someone else with it. And then what happens? Then maybe Slot moves on and then there's someone else waiting and it's never your turn.
Man, they've now got the cover for everything. Oh, if Saka goes, but Eze.
No, they've got the team.
You know, if Saliba goes off, Mascara, who looked... But
they needed a centre forward. They go and sign the most ruthless centre forward in Europe. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they've still, by the way, kept Havertz and Gabriel Jesus and Trossard.
Can they do it? Like, you know what I said? I said Liverpool finish 15 points above anyone.
No way.
What do you think?
Not that
Do you
far.
think it's nip and tuck? Do you think it's all the way to the end?
Yeah, I think it's nip and tuck. I think Arsenal...
What, you're talking Man City, Liverpool here?
Yeah, I really do.
Both in excess of 90
Arsenal
points?
look fantastic.
Both in excess of 90 points?
No.
Only you?
I think only us.
Mate, it's going to be huge. What a season. Mate, that is... it.
That is it. That's it. Basically, that's it. That's it. That's the team.
That is it.
Yeah, Rory's gone wild with Everton.
Nah.
And we've both gone wild with Spurs.
Everton in 7th.
Everton's crazy.
Everton in 7th. Tottenham in 5th.
That's the wildest takes ever, in it?
Mate, Ade, it's always an honour. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do me a favour before you go anywhere. Let us know your thoughts and make sure that you click the link in the description below and subscribe to Ade's YouTube channel. Fantastic stuff going on over there. Let us know in the comments. Do you agree with our take? Do you agree with our table? We've given it the due diligence that it deserves. So let us know your 1 to 20 in the comment section below. Ta-da!